So here we have a 12-mark question asking us to discuss how far. So we know in these questions we're explaining one side of the debate and we're assessing it, adding a bit of evaluation. These are the biggest questions you're going to encounter on the paper. So remember, you're looking for all skills. You need to show your knowledge and understanding. You need to show your skills of assessment and evaluation. And there are some things that we can do throughout this 12-marker to ensure that we do that. In this one, we're looking at discussing how far sociologists would agree that poverty results from class-based decisions in a capitalist society. There are a range of things that we can discuss here. Now, we know when we're talking about class-based divisions, we're talking about capitalist society, that we're needing to talk about Marxism, Marxist thinkers. So we're going to open up our 12-mark response discussing the Marxist stance on this. So, we're saying Marxist sociologists believe that poverty results from class-based divisions in capitalist society. See how I've used the language from the question there to ensure that we're keeping things on track from the outset. They see poverty as an inevitable outcome in a capitalist society which only serves to generate extreme wealth for the bourgeoisie and poverty within the proletariat. Poverty in the capitalist system serves the interests of the bourgeoisie as they can hire and fire proletariat workers as needed. So we've set things out from the outset. Talking about Marxist sociologists, we know that in this question we're needing to have to add some evaluation, we're assessing, we're giving a debate, so we need an angle other than Marxism. Now, Charles Murray is a great angle to take here, being a new right thinker, arguing against the Marxist view and looking at poverty more as a choice. So we're going to use Murray in this next paragraph. We're going to start with some kind of connective that shows we're evaluating. So we're starting with in contrast, and we're saying in contrast to this, Murray, a new right thinker, focuses more on poverty being the result of an over-generous welfare state, a benefit system, and not the result of capitalism at all. Murray believes that there are a group of undeserving poor who take advantage of society and expect the state to meet their needs rather than accessing work. Murray sees the position of poverty here as more of a choice for a group which he calls the underclass. He notes that the underclass are not victims of a capitalist system, instead they find themselves in poverty due to their undeserving lifestyle choices. So in this paragraph, I'm talking about capitalism not being the cause of poverty. We're talking about the underclass being a cause of poverty. We're using the language from the question again throughout. Now, we need a paragraph that contrasts Murray. So we're saying, in contrast to Murray, going back to Marxism, Marxist thinkers see the class divide within a capitalist system being in the interests of the bourgeoisie, as the proletariat, owning nothing but their ability to work, are fearful of poverty and unemployment. Poverty and unemployment in the capitalist system can be used as a tool to discipline workers, keeping wages down and profits high, and in turn benefiting the bourgeoisie. In this case, the capitalist system and the class-based divisions within this society do further drive poverty and the problems which come with it. So see in this paragraph how I'm using the language for the question, I'm adding it in contrast to the new right which we've just explained, I'm coming back to Marxism, so I'm having that debate throughout the essay. I now need someone who's going to argue against Marxist thinkers that capitalism is the real problem. So we're going to approach from another sociological perspective. We're going to come from another conflict perspective. So looking at the issues in society, we're going to come from feminism here. Okay. Now, feminist thinkers actually do have a range of views around this. There are lots of different types of feminism, as with Marxism as well. But what we need to do here is explain a couple as we go through. So we're starting off by saying feminist thinkers see the focus within this question on class divisions as a distraction away from the real causes of poverty in their eyes. Feminist sociologists see the divide between genders as the real cause of poverty, rather than a capitalist system. They believe that the embedded oppression of women in society is a cause of poverty, with women being restricted from accessing top jobs. Now, there's some evaluation we can have within this. So we're saying now, despite this, feminist thinkers do see the impact of capitalism on poverty. They see that the capitalist system forcing women to be a reserve army of labour working at home at no cost. Due to this, they may agree that capitalism is a large cause of poverty, but that focusing solely on class divisions may not offer a full explanation. Now, all that's left to do now is pull this together with a conclusion, which we're going to do. Our conclusion. There's a whole myriad, lots of different reasons as to why poverty might exist, and we're going to outline that in our conclusion. So we're saying, in conclusion, with so many perspectives approaching the explanation for poverty in today's society from differing angles, it's hard to commit to suggesting that capitalism is the main cause. It's clear that a range of factors, from capitalism through to the oppression of women and also the actions of government, may play a part in maintaining poverty in today's society. So, throughout this 12 marker, what we've done is we've shown a flow of evaluation, we've used key language, we've made sure that in every single paragraph we've tied it back to the question. If you can't link back, you've gone off track. So we've made sure we've used the language of the question throughout, and especially in this conclusion at the end. A key skill in these 12 markers to make sure that you're staying focused on the question.